No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life's journey, there is a home for you at Grace United Church of Christ. Hi everybody, welcome to your weekly update. It is such a joy to really be able to say that opening sentence. That really, no matter who you are, really, no matter where you are on life's journey, there is truly a home for you at Grace United Church of Christ. It is a joy to live in a community that really celebrates that and really lives what that means. This week's scripture lesson comes from Peter. 1 Peter. It talks about bearing the cross of Christ and suffering as Christ suffered. Oftentimes this piece of scripture is used to keep people down, to tell people that they have to accept the abuse or the bad situations that they are in. And I don't believe that to be the case at all. If you're in one of those situations, it's best to get out. You do not deserve to be treated that way ever and for any reason. What this passage is really about is following Christ's example. And that when the world treats us with violence and betrayal and hurt and pain, that we do as Christ did and not live in that, not perpetuate violence and hatred and hurt. But we seek ways to escape it, creative ways, so that we can live lives that are invested in love, in nurturing and supporting love, in communities that come together in love, sharing with all people. Bearing the cross is much more about following Jesus' example as it is about suffering or hurting. We do live in a painful world, and there is hurt, and there is suffering, and there is abuse. But none of it is what God intends for our lives. Just a few announcements I'd like to bring your attention to. June 1st, we will be having a congregational meeting. Right after worship, we'll have some little bit of fellowship and move right into our congregational meeting. Some important issues for us to be looking at, so please plan on being there. Wednesdays at 7 p.m., we are starting Faith Exploration. It's off to a great start. We had a great crowd come and begin to talk about what faith means and who we are as a people of faith, and really, what is it that we believe? It's really a time of many more questions than it is answers. But it's a time of exploring those questions and beginning to figure them out. Last week we talked a lot about who God is, and this coming week we're going to talk more about who Jesus is and what that means to our lives. So it's not a class you've got to hit every one of, so if you didn't make the last one, please feel free to join us for the next one. And then also be looking forward to the summer and campfire conversations, where we'll be doing some of the same things. So this next Wednesday, who's Jesus? We'll be talking about that. The other announcement I'd like to bring your attention to is Wednesday, May 18th. We will be celebrating 10 years of being an open and affirming congregation. I have not been with Grace for 10 years, but it's still a great celebration for me to be part of a community that can really claim that and really does live it. This promises to be a great service. As I mentioned last week, it is a really good time to invite a coworker, a friend, or just somebody who you've been thinking about, oh, maybe I should invite them to church. Celebrating 10 years of open and affirming is going to be a great Sunday to do just that. Julia O'Brien will be our guest preacher, and we've asked the people who were on the original committee that helped guide Grace Church through the process of open and affirming to lead the liturgy and the service on that Sunday. So, as I said, promises to be a great service. Please plan on being in attendance and invite some family, invite some friends. As always, all the other announcements are attached to this email, so be sure to look over those. I've only highlighted a few. I would like to mention June 12th, a interfaith service. We're going to have that at Grace. It is shaping up to be a great community event. Oh, it's going to be 7 p.m. by the way. June 12th, 7 p.m. interfaith service at Grace, where we're going to share with our neighbors and our friends all over the county of Lancaster of different faiths what it is we hold in common and what it is that we can celebrate together, even though we are diverse. So put that one on your radar as well. I think that's all. So join us this Sunday for worship, and we will talk more about bearing the cross of Christ. Until next time, my friends, God be with you.